Hey everybody, it's me, Kevin the Canadian Hillbilly, and on this video I'm going to tell you the first 5 pieces of equipment you need if you're interested in getting into gold panning. And if you're interested in getting into gold panning, I highly recommend it. It's really peaceful, it's relaxing, it's relatively inexpensive to get into. Eventually it gets expensive, trust me. But if you're into the outdoors, you know, if you like fishing, you're already on a river, fish aren't biting, you might as well get a gold pan. You never know, you might have a reason to. Hunting. Fall. It's a beautiful time to be out on a river. The water's low, you go for your morning hunt, you got all the afternoon to kill until you go for your evening hunt. And in the fall, the rivers are low, so it's like a no-brainer. Go gold panning. If you're a rock hounder, one of the better things about gold panning is you go through lots of rocks. If you like hiking, you're going to places where some miners have never been before, so it might not hurt to bring a gold pan with you. And for anybody else who just likes to get out in nature, you know, you need to escape the city, you know, find a little peace and tranquility, highly recommend it. And obviously the first thing that you're going to need is a gold pan. Now, I got so many different gold pans, and you know what? They all work generally all the same. You got your riffles in there, right? All things to stop the gold from leaving. And this one doesn't have any riffles. It's more of a nice little clean-out pan. It's pretty good. But just buy yourself a pan. Inexpensive. Really cheap. This one still has some black sands in it. It might even be gold in there. And then the next most important piece of equipment is a classifier. And they're different sizes. These ones here are a 1/2 inch. And this one is also a 1/2 inch. And then you get to a 1/4 inch. And then an 1/8 inch. And then it gets ridiculously smaller. And for the size of gold in your area, that should dictate the classifier you're going to use. Me, my area, it's all fine gold. I don't even know why I use a 1/2 inch classifier. I should be down to like a 1/4 inch and smaller, really, because it's all fine gold. And once you get the gold panning technique, but it goes pretty well. If you watch one of my previous videos on how to gold pan, which will be at the end of this video, there'll be a link for it. You'll see how easy and simple and fast it is. The second most important piece of equipment you can have is a snuffer bottle. So this is a small store-bought one. This is a larger homemade one I got with a piece of welding rod in there, which I use to take out rocks. One thing about this piece of tubing is it acts as a classifier, so anything bigger than that, it's not going to get sucked up into your snuffer bottle. Then I dump out all my concentrates into a jar, which that looks like there could still be gold in there. Anyways, but while you're panning, you get everything down, a magnet. A magnet is the 4th piece of equipment that you're going to need because it gets rid of all the magnetite and hematite, which are magnetic heavy metals, which sometimes are a pain in the butt. When I'm out in the bush panning, I pan my material down, and then I use a snuffer bottle to get it out of the pan. The whole idea is to maximize your time while you're out in the bush or on the river, creek, wherever you may be gold panning. Sometimes you might not be near any of those spots. You might be in a spot where a river once was, and you bring some water with you in a tote. And the whole idea behind that is efficiency. You want to be as quick as you can and get what you can out of the situation, right? The more times or the more pans you get in the bush, the better more gold you're going to get. And that's part of the reason why you go with a classifier, because you get rid of all that big, large material that's just going to get in the way of the gold. So small fine gold, small fine classifier. And then how do you get that dirt in your classifier? Shovels. It could be something as small as this, and as handy as a fold-up shovel, or something as bigger as this nice spade, or even this big long spade. The point is, you just need one of these And then based upon where you're digging, you know, if you're on bedrock stuff, you're going to need little crevicing tools and hooks and things. But even that large snuffer bottle here, that'll pull stuff out of cracks. And then you can just empty your snuffer bottle right into your pan, and Bob's your uncle, right? So these are the 5 basic pieces of equipment that you're going to need to start gold panning. And for all these people that are outside and outdoors, I highly recommend you do it. It's peaceful, it's relaxing, so, and it's very simple. Once you get into it, then the tools change. You'd be like, okay, I'm on bedrock. All right, you're going to need brooms. You're going to need little picks to get all the cracks and crevices cleaned out. Or you could be on a gravel bar. And then you're going to need something bigger for classifying. And it's one of those things where you're going to need certain sets of tools given the area that you're going to. So but you can all start out simplistic. That's my best advice for you, is start simple, start small, and take it from there and see what happens. Because what's the worst that can happen? Like the price of a gold pan is what? Oh, $20, maybe $30. Classifier, maybe another $15-20. Snuffer bottle, $10 if they're ripping you off. Shovel, pretty cheap. Even a magnet. You can use a magnet in a plastic bag. You don't have to get one of these nice fancy plunger magnets. And even then, they're only like $10. So we're talking about a kit that costs maybe about $100, give or take, you know, $20 here and there. And a gram of gold is well over $100. Some people go panning and they get a gram of gold in a day panning. Sure, I'll be a rich ground, but at that rate, it doesn't take long to pay for this equipment. And it's a good way to do it. So if you find this video helpful, I appreciate it. Get out gold. Do it. And if you like this kind of stuff, see what else I've put out over the years, because I got a good chunk of videos, a lot of them about doing gold stuff, and a lot of it gold prospecting. A lot of it's just fun and friends. It's a good thing to do. It's nice for the heart and soul. But you got to start somewhere, and you start with a gold pan, classifier, snuffer bottle, a magnet, and a shovel. Super simple, super easy, super inexpensive. That's the whole mantra. Start light, start small, wait for that flash to hit you in the pan, and then you'll be, okay, I'm hooked. And if you're one of these outdoorsy types who's curious about gold panning, get into it. Try it out. It's cheap, it's inexpensive. There's lots of people out there, lots of different clubs, lots of different people that host events. It's a great community, good people, and I highly recommend it. Getting out and looking for gold has definitely changed my life, not in the means of me being incredibly wealthy, but me being incredibly wealthy in other ways, if you know what I mean. Friends, family, and just being out in nature. And there's always the hopes of being incredibly wealthy, finding gold, but that's the nature of the beast. Sometimes gold prospecting is where the gold is not. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. And if you do, give it a thumbs up. And yeah, thumbs up. And and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because every subscription makes a difference, and it doesn't cost you anything. And then you get a little heads up. You hit the little bell, little icon there. It gives you a little ringy dingy when I'm putting something out. And I appreciate the people that watch, and I'm very appreciative of my subscribers I already have. And oh yes, that's another thing. I got t-shirts now, stickers. So if you're interested in some the Canadian Hillbilly merch, just drop me a message. My email's in the not the video description, but maybe I'll add it in the video description. And a t-shirt for $25 and throw in a couple stickers for you. And get out there and live life. Have fun. And if you want to watch that video, it'll be right here about how to learn how to gold pan. And that one was funny because I went out to a place to gold pan just to show people how to do it, and Oddly enough, there was gold in the pan. So there you go. Even when you're not expecting it, sometimes you'll find it. Sometimes when you're expecting it, you won't find it. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and get out there, find some gold. Bye. That's it. You won't need all this, but you're going to need some of it. See you next time.